Jim, this one is from Natalia. She's a brand new person. How does shifting our sense of time affect our lifespan?
Let me speak from all the work of Mastering Alchemy. What you begin to do is start to recognize who you are as a spiritual being in a body. When you're in that third dimensional space, a majority of your time, consciously or unconsciously, is devoted to the past and the future. Very little amount of that time is devoted to present time, kind of decision-making, creating, being aware of yourself. When you begin to play in this fifth dimensional space, present time space, the body of work called Mastering Alchemy provides tools and awareness. It begins to give you choices to recreate yourself, to begin to put yourself back together. Now, talking about the fall of consciousness, how we got here and how we get out of it, is a story for another day. But when you start to play in this space, what you are doing is remembering yourself. One of the things that we say right from the beginning in Mastering Alchemy, the very first conversation as you step into the level 2 work, is we're not teaching you anything. You already know all of this. All we're doing is pointing for you to remember. And you do. And you start to put yourself back together. How it relates to the body and in time, in a way, is there's a whole evolution of recreating, turning the brain back on, beginning to change the neuron messaging system from into the cells, accessing the higher chakras, beginning to utilize the higher chakra, put the mental and emotional body back together, change the chakra configuration to something that operates much more dynamically, and you begin to remember yourself. And then there's a whole aspect of stepping back into that living light body, which is changing the strands of DNA, beginning to operate from the upper chakras in a physical body, and you recreate yourself. We have this concept of death, and if you ask people what death was, 100 people out of 100 people will say, well, you lose the body. There is a way of dying without losing the body. In fact, death is a pretty spectacular event that has amazing applications within it without losing the physical body. Now, that's a story for another day, and it pretty much can only be heard as you put yourself back together. But the body begins to start to regenerate itself all through this Mastering Alchemy piece of work. The body deteriorates because we hold mental, emotional thoughts and feelings that I'm not okay. I mean, think about it. How many times do you go into fear and worry and beat yourself up? You're just simply, a person is simply saying to the body, what's wrong with you? I don't like you. You're not doing a good job. The body hears all that and begins to embellish. It starts to take on those illnesses, and it begins to be more of a permanent aging process than one in a state of well-being. So that's all kind of unfolding in Mastering Alchemy. That's the body of work that we play in that provides week by week, step by step engagement with how do you do it. And it's done by conversations with the archangelics, with Metatron, with Melchizedek, with Mary, Anna, Yeshua, Jesus. They're all the lecturers for this body of work. It's all laid before your feet for you to choose in present time.